You are listening to the JP Show,
where we discuss the issues you care about from a Jewish perspective.
I am Rabbi G.
And I am Rabbi Levi.
And we hope you enjoy this episode. Welcome to another episode of the JP Show. Hope you're all well. I'm not with Rabbi Levi today, which I'll soon explain. Please enjoy what we're about to share with you, or I'm about to share with you. If you are listening on any platform, please subscribe or leave a review, and welcome. So I'm standing currently on a street in New York, in Brooklyn, in Crown Heights, where I'm been for the last week and a half and another few days. And I really feel bad that myself and Rabbi Levi haven't done a JP show for a while. The truth is that the time difference is so complicated that we just can't seem to get together and find a good spot to where I can find a computer with a Zoom and he's in his waking hours and do another show. But so I decided for this week I'm just going to share with you some thoughts. I'm going to ramble on a little bit. You'll have to excuse a little bit of the background noise. I don't have a camera, so I'm just doing it on the phone. And I just want to share with you some of what's been happening. So I'm here in New York for a Kinus. Kinus is the yearly conference of all Chabad rabbis. There are about almost close to 5,000 of us here in Crown Heights in Brooklyn. And it was truly the most fascinating experience. I'd love the opportunity a different time to expand a bit, but just a couple of things that I thought I would share with everyone. First of all, I'll tell you it's a little bit cold here. I'm standing here with a coat and a scarf, but that's okay. It's manageable. But when I come to I've been before. It's not my first time. When I come, I always come away with one takeaway, and that is, well, many takeaways, but one important takeaway: the power of connecting with other people. The army that the Lubavitcher Rebbe established of sending people all over the world includes very remote places. It includes far places like Sydney. I wouldn't call Sydney remote. We have a community there, but it's far. It's hard to come here. It's hard to catch up with people. And then there are people that are closer geographically, but actually live in the most absolutely remote areas. I have two brothers-in-law. One lives in Northern California, in a town that I'm sure you've never heard of called Chico. It's a small college campus town. It's a very small Jewish community. And he's there. I met a number of Northern California shluchim who are just, each one is in their own very remote community. So, and people are all four corners of the earth, and it was just such a beautiful thing, just for starters. Before we get into the inspiration, just to catch up, see people that I learned with in yeshiva, see people that I haven't seen for a number of years, just catch up with people who are doing similar things or different things, but all with the same mission of spreading Judaism and connecting other Jews to Judaism and hearing what they have to say, what they're going through, what they're doing, and so on and so forth. So you feel so much part of something larger and bigger that it's just really, truly amazing. This year, now, the way it's structured is, as I said, it's a few days and close to 5,000 shluchim, as we call them. I'm sure some of you have seen the famous photo that they take on a Friday morning. It takes like almost an hour to take that photo. Very hard to get 5,000 rabbis to fall in line. I've even seen like someone takes a school photo. That's difficult to get everyone to sit straight. And this one is a few thousand people, and it's really hard everyone gets a place. It's a very sharp photo. You can actually see faces. But it takes time to get everyone ready, and then it's an experience in itself. But what they do is the conference starts on Wednesday night, and the Thursday there's workshop days, which is fascinating in its own right. It's a bunch of workshops. So what they do is they divide it into streams. This year, all different topics. So there'll be a stream on fundraising. There'll be a stream on education, on parenting for the rabbis themselves, especially those in remote areas. There'll be a stream on those involved in the rabbinate on complex issues of Jewish law. This year I joined the stream because I was asked, I was privileged to be asked to share a couple of presentations. I did a presentation for an hour and then joined a panel towards the end of the day with an expert on ADD and a therapist rabbi/rabbi who's actually a marriage counselor therapist. And the stream for the day was a wellness stream, highlighting the importance of these shluchim, of these rabbis all over the place, especially again those in far or remote areas, small communities, to make sure that they're okay, their children are okay, to encourage them to reach out for help when they need. I mean, we're all doing holy work, but we're human beings, and challenges of life, statistically, with 6,000 families, will obviously yield some challenges and problems. So it was just a day dedicated to this particular wellness stream. And my topic to start off with was talking about raising a resilient family, sort of trying to be preventative and minimize, hopefully, the threat of crisis, mental health crisis or other emotional crises that could come your way. And the idea of, you've heard me talk about this a lot, and I had to do a little bit with touch of parenting. Sorry, you're going to hear a siren. This is New York. So lots of sirens here. And so there was that. And then that was half of the session. And then the other half was about what do you do when crisis does hit, and how do you navigate the journey of healing and looking for therapy and knowing that's actually necessary, not over pathologizing, but at the same time not being afraid to reach out and get the proper intervention and help. And how do you do it that it protects at the same time while the healing is going on, you protect your Jewish values, and all these different types of topics. And it was really, it was great audience and very engaged, and it was just very beautiful. During the day, we also had this rabbi therapist talking about strengthening marriages. There was a session on addiction. There was a session on ADHD, a real expert in ADHD, a fascinating guy who is ADHD himself and an adult form. And then he spoke about different techniques to make life work better for those who have a million things in their head at the same time, as he put it. And then towards the end of the day, I was part of a panel where three of the people who presented, just yielded questions. People sent anonymous questions to a screen, to like a text message, and it was shown on the screen. And it was an eye-opener for me because it gave me such insight to some of the issues that people are dealing with. And again, all human beings, great people, dedicated people who have really given their life for the mission. But at the same time, there could be different issues come up, and it was very, very, very fascinating. So I learned a lot. You go to learn, you go to teach, but you also go to learn, and I gained a tremendous amount. Let me share with you a very moving moment. I'm going to share with you one or two more things, but then a different opportunity to be able to do more. But a very moving moment. There's a custom that happens every year at the conference that all the shluchim, I'm talking about thousands of them, go to the ohel, go to the resting place of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, with the acknowledgement that you've got to check in with the holiness of the Rebbe's graveside, because after all, shluchim means an emissary, a person who represents or is being sent by someone, known in Hebrew as the Mishalech, the one who sends. And he is the Mishalech. He created this concept of sending people all over the world, and amazingly so, he built this army which continues to evolve and grow. So it's a kind of a checking in moment to come to pray for our success, to be together with everyone and connect with the holiness of that tzaddik, of that great person, who really is the one that was responsible for us all being all over the world. And it's a very special. What they do is they have an hour of preparation where they show different videos and talks of the Rebbe about this concept of outreach, about the concept of going all over the world, about the idea of loving every single Jew, no matter who that Jew might be, accepting everyone, inspiring everyone, and not stopping until until you have reached everyone, so to speak. The job is never finished until every soul is being touched and so on. And then everyone stands around the oil. There's not enough place for everyone to go in, but there's like a live stream at the same time, and it's right next to it. And some of the senior shluchim go in, and then they all pray. We all pray together, and they ask for blessings, for lots of different blessings for all things that the army of shluchim need and want, and success for the mission, success for being able to progress, and so on and so forth. Then there's some general sessions, but of course Shabbos was amazing, and then Sunday is the famous banquet where not only the shluchim are there, but some of their parents, some of the donors, the supporters. And it's really an amazing event. It's incredible. It's an event of 67,000 people. This huge hall, huge conference center, whatever you call it. And it's just the most amazingly inspiring idea. I'm hoping when I get back some of the shiurim to share some of the stories, but just some amazing stories of resilience, of hope, of determination, and really selflessness. It's just amazing stuff. And the impact, just to share with you one small one, there was one of the segments was a shliach who is an army chaplain, and it started off with one of the people that he touched talking, a Marine soldier in the U.S. Army, and he grew up so not disconnected from his Judaism. He didn't forget about keeping Shabbat. He didn't even know what Shabbat was. He didn't know what tefillin was. And then somehow he got touched by this chaplain, this shliach who was a chaplain, and touched him, and it became closer. But the beautiful part about it was that now he's come closer himself, and he himself now does a shiur on the parsha each week, and he also helps other people put on tefillin. So the ripple effect, in other words, the idea of not just inspiring someone to be a follower, but inspiring someone to actually take on a leadership role, and that's just incredibly amazing. So it's just the power of coming together, the power of inspiring each other, the power of helping each other. It is truly amazing. I wanted to just share that with you, as it's fresh in my mind and fresh in my heart. And hopefully we'll elaborate, Pash, when I get back. I'll do one with Rabbi Levi and we'll talk about it some more. But in the meantime, I hope the volume is okay. And I just want to wish everyone a great day and a Shabbat Shalom. And we will be back. Don't worry. All the best, everyone, and hopefully see you next week.